Hey everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. I had my market today over in Tri-Cities in Kennewick, and that's the town that's an hour away from me, and it was okay. This is the same place that I went on the first Sunday of this month. Was it the December 1 or 3? I think it was December 3. I don't know, the first Sunday of this month. And that last time that I went was very slow. I sold $39 worth, and I debated whether or not I should go back, but decided I had paid the booth fee already for last Sunday and this Sunday. Of course, I already reported last Sunday and ended up not going, and because my cat was ill and just I was tired, didn't want to go. And didn't want the disappointment of another slow week. But I did go today, and so I wanted to report on that. I took a little bit of video while I was there, and I'll just go ahead and insert that now so you can see what my table looked like, and then some of the footage I took while I was there. So here's that. Okay, I'm at my market. I'm just getting set up, and I made some new things for today, so I wanted to show you those while I'm getting set up here. I'm just going to separate them out into bins for them and then get them on the table, and then I'll show you my setup for this week. So I made this cute little whale. Very simple pattern, no sew. I made it in red and a light teal turquoise color and a blue, a dark teal, a lavender, and a gray. I think that's all of the whales. Then I made 2 mini hens. This was actually from the same fur, or the same yarn that I made a teddy bear with. And I split the furry part from the blanket yarn and just made 2 separate hens that way, mini hens, using that mini hen pattern. Then I had some spare yarn from a skein, so I made an octopus with that. And that was spare yarn from the squid that I started last time. I finally got the fins on top there, so that's done. Oh, here's another gray whale, a light gray. Then I have a mini octopus and mini jellyfish pattern. So I made the jellyfish in an off-white, the blue, and then the gray, and then the mini octopus and the yellow, or sorry, the cream and the blue. I also started making some scrunchies. I had some of the Lion brand faux fur, so I just whipped those up. This is Lion brand. This is actually from, I think it's for a yarn from Hobbii Lobby. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's another faux fur. So I have 2 of these gray ones made, and then I just did the whole skein up that I had. This is the galaxy color. It's got the sparkles, and I think I have 9 of these made. There we go. That's all my new stuff for today. It's been pretty slow. A couple people interested, but no sales yet. It's been a couple hours since it started. So I've been just sitting here crocheting. I actually have these hats hats that I needed to finish up. I added the ears onto them and then wove in all the ends. So I have 3 of these done. There's another one I had in that. This is the 3 to 6 size month, but I ended up losing an ear or only making one. So I need to figure out what to do with that. Maybe just sew it without the ears. And then I also finished this set. I'd had one done before, so I finished those. So all those hats are done now, and I'll probably find another project to work on. I brought the yarn to make opossums, and then I also brought yarn to work on a blanket. So we'll see, but not much happening here. Very slow. Okay, so you can see that I added a few things, the whales and some miniature octo and jellyfish. And then I added some scrunchies. I decided to make these. I had these faux furs. I actually have some more faux furs, but the regular Lion brand faux fur is a size 6. And 3 of the skeins that I had were a size 7. So I didn't end up using those skeins. I'll have to use those for something else. But I did also have the Yarn Bee Fur the Moment in silver. And I ended up getting a couple of those done. I used up the full skein of, this is the Galaxy and the Lion brand. So I used up all of those. And previously I think I said I made 9 when I was there at the thing, but then I found 2 on my desk at home. So I actually got 11 scrunchies out of the skein. And then I've only done 2 of these, and I have this whole skein to do. So I wasn't sure if I'd ever do scrunchies, but decided it'd be something quick that I could just, make a bunch of last night before today's market. And I had a bunch of the elastic bands, so I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. I'll just make a bunch. So didn't sell any. Didn't sell any of the other things that I made for today either, like the whales or the mini octos and jellyfish. Didn't sell any of those. Oh, but I also made those, the miniature hens, but those didn't sell either. All that work this week for nothing. It was nice to have a little bit more of a variety on the table though. I finished that squid, and what else did I do? Is that all? It's all for the market today, but I did work on some other things this week. I found a blanket pattern that I like, and I'm gonna try to do like the same pattern of blanket but in different styles. Sorry, you hear the dog. He's whimpering down here at my feet. I'm in the house tonight because my oldest son is using the hobby room. It's kind of guest quarters out there too. And what? So he's out there, and I wanted to make a video before tomorrow because tomorrow is when things are gonna get busy for the Christmas season, and I won't have time for making videos, so I wanted to get this out really quick. So videoing in the house. So anyway, I found a blanket pattern I like that I think would be pretty easy and quick to make. It says it's a 4-hour pattern. I didn't time myself making it, but I think it's about that. So I just want to make it in different colorways so that I have a simple blanket that is just easy to do up, and you can customize it for the color. So, oh, I didn't grab the pattern in here, but I'll show it to you. I first started this one using the blanket, or Bernat blanket Ogos in plum something or other. So it's got these 3, well, it's got the 2 colors here. This color right here is actually from a different Ogo combination, but I liked how it went with these 2 purples here. So I ran out of the yarn though, and I need to find another plum Ogo because I only had the 2 and I didn't realize that I would need 3, and I have no more, and they don't carry them anymore, so I need to find another one. I did find them on Amazon, but I haven't bought them yet because they're like $26 for a set of 2, which is $13 per the thing, which that's spendy in my book because I was getting these on clearance at Joann's for like $3, $7. So I thought I might ask around and see if I can find somebody who has one. I don't know. I just don't want to pay $13 per skein. I do have it in my cart, and I'm kind of keeping an eye to see if maybe they lower the price. But anyway, so this is an unfinished one. This is on hold until I can get some more of that yarn. So then I grabbed up some other yarn colors and completed one, and so this is the completed blanket. And with this, I used that kind of chartreusey green that I got in my, was it Hirschner's order? There's side on. Hey. Come here. Come on. Want to say hi? There we go. Oh, yep. Okay. This is Sidon. He's our pug. Okay, down you go. So anyway, I thought it looked really good with this, he's right here now, with this brownish color, and then this, I don't know what color it is, almond or sand or off-white anyway. I don't have the skeins here to look at the actual colors, but there you go. It's a very simple, but you know, it's got a different kind of stitch on it than, you know, my normal. I usually just do like double crochet across and sometimes in the back loop only, but I liked the look at this blanket. It's kind of pretty. So I have that blanket. I'm just gonna kind of make a whole bunch of these in different colorways, and I'm trying to figure out a way to revamp my business. It's more of a hobby at this point, and but I do want to make it more of a full-time income, and I'm really leaning towards doing my gift shop idea on our little farm here, where I can do my crocheted items and other things that I make, like the soaps, and maybe throwing candles in there, but also have our farm products in there as well. So I might work towards that. And for that kind of purpose, I want, what's the term? You go deep rather than wide. So, you know, pick your products that you want and then go deep with them. So like lots of colors of the same product. And also I might try something that I've seen done in other businesses where you like make a collection of things and then you do like a drop on Etsy or whatever. Sidon, you're not being very helpful. You're really not. So you just like make a variety of things around a theme. Like say you do a theme of owls, so you do a blanket in an owl shape. You do some stuffed owls. You do an owl purse. You know, different things with an owl theme, and then you do a drop on Etsy or whatever platform that you have. So that kind of intrigues me. I was kind of starting to work on that. Was it last year or maybe the year before? But kind of got busy with life and other things, so I didn't really get to move on that theme item. But I think I'm going to start working towards that, because in my area it's so rural here, and me not doing Saturday events, of course there's not a whole lot of events that I can do, which doesn't really bode well for doing a business where you sell stuff at markets. So I'm gonna kind of figure out another way to work it. So let me go over my sales with you from the market. Sidon, you knocked it down on the floor. Can you get it for me? He's not moving. Hey, let me get that, okay? Silly. Come on. This is why I like doing it in my hobby room. So much better. So much better. Yep. Okay, Pugsy, down you go. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, sales. So this time around, the first time I was there, I got there before 10 to set up, and it was supposed to run from like 10 to 6. And it was so slow that about 3 o'clock the organizer came in and said, you know, you guys can go home early if you want. I know it's really slow. And I don't know why they plan it for 8 hours. That's a little long. 10 to 2, 10 to 3 would be much better. But So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do today again because it was scheduled to be 10 to 6 again, and I didn't know how it would go. This is only like the third event that they've had, and I didn't know, sorry, my piano bench is kind of squeaky. I didn't know how busy it would be today. So anyway, I went, got set up, ready by 10, and then I sat there for 3 hours. I sat there with no sales. Now I must say that there were more customers this time. There were more people walking through. So that's an added bonus. There actually were more people coming in than the first time was there. So that works. Finally, it was getting to be 2 o'clock and I'm like, the organizer comes around and starts talking to the different vendors and saying, hey, I know it's slow, and she apologized for that, but when she came to talk with me anyway, because she was mentioning she would refund me for last Sunday when I wasn't there, and so she came to talk with me about this whole thing, and she says, well, you know, we know it's really slow, and then, you know, last week you weren't here, but it costs extra fees to refund your money. So instead, what we'll do is we'll give you a credit for another market, because they're going to be doing a bunch of these markets throughout this next year. And so basically, she told me that because I missed they didn't want the fees from having to refund the money from me last week, and then because today was so slow, she's giving me a credit for last week and for this week. So I have 2 credits basically. And she will let me just pick one of the markets, one of the events that they have, or I get 2. I get to do 2 markets for no charge. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take that. So hopefully, you know, as they're open longer and they start to get more customers, they'll gain more traction with these events, and I'll sell a little bit more. But anyway, around 2. I actually started making some sales. So I first sold one of the pink bear ear hats, the baby hats, in size 6 to 12 month for $18. And then I sold one of my medium-sized pigs for $12 in the flower yarn pattern, the bloom yarn pattern. And then I sold one of my stuffed owls for $20, and then one of my medium-sized octos for $8. So I sold a total of $58. Still not a humdinger of a sale. Maybe I'm using that word wrong. Anyway, still not the best of sales. But it's better than I did at the first one, where I only sold $39 worth. So $39 the first one, $58 at this one. I'm down $75 because it's $25 for each of the booth fees. So I'm pretty much breaking even. I made a little bit of profit, but that's also an hour over there and back. So we have gas mileage as well. So really not making money at this point, but I do have the option of 2 more markets that I can attend to for no cost. So even if I don't make that much money at those 2 markets, it'll still be, you know, adding on to the full amount for all of the markets that I go there. So that's the update for that. And I feel, I think I showed you, yes, I did show you that I put the ears on the rest of the hats. So I was able to put those out on the table, although I didn't sell them. But I tried to work on other things while I was there, but honestly that room was so cold, I was literally starting to shiver. So cold, and so I was just like, I don't feel like working on anything. So I didn't work on anything more. So I think that's about it for the market. As far as the Hobbii calendar, I guess I keep calling it Hobbii. I was watching this video of these 2 gals, a mother and daughter, and I guess they do some work with Hobbii. I was watching their video and they were talking about their designs, and in fact, the mother was the one who designed the primrose tea towel and wrote the pattern for it. So, and I think she's the one that has done the videos, tutorials for like the hat that I did. I don't know if she wrote the pattern for the hat, but she might have. I didn't look at that one, but I know she wrote the pattern for the tea towel, and she also did the pattern for the I forget what it was called, the kerchief from last week's calendar bag. I did not. Oh, anyway, before I go on to that, they kept calling it the company Hobbii. So I guess I'll just convert from saying it how it should be said in English as Hobbii. And I'll call it Hobbii from now on. I keep calling it Hobbii anyway, so there you go. So the Advent bag number 3, it had that cute little kerchief in it. I did not get started on it this week because I was working on other things for the market today and these blankets and stuff. So I felt I should work on those things rather than the kerchief because I needed to get those things done to have to sell, potentially, for which I didn't sell any of them, but that's okay. They're there for another market. Side on, you're hitting the camera. Let's, sorry, let's not hit that, please. So anyway, I did not work on that this week, so that makes one project done with the hat, one project started and not finished with the tea towel, and then one project not started at all. I do like it though, and I do want to start on it. I might start on it this week, but maybe after Christmas, because I have some Christmas presents to make, hopefully before Christmas. We'll see. Anyway, so, but today is the 4th Sunday, and so I have one more bag to open. Number 4. And there's a big box in here. Curious to see what's in here. So we're going to go ahead and open this. And I don't know if I'll get to making whatever's in here this week. But we have 2 weeks of Christmas vacation here. No homeschooling, nothing like that. So, and I have no more markets coming up either. That'll give me more time to work on projects like this. And I've decided to challenge myself for starting in January to work on that stash out there in my hobby room, use up as many skeins as possible. So I'm just gonna have a challenge. How much can I get rid of and make, not get rid of, but make into things. Okay, here we go. Hobbii bag number 4. Shall we do the bag first or the yarn? Not the bag, the box. I want to do the box first. Okay. Ooh. Vacuum flask, water bottle. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, I like it. Look at that. Very cool water bottle. Wide mouth there. Ooh, I like it. Thank you, Hobbii. Said it right. Okay. What else? A set of what they call wool needles. So it's 3 sets of 2 needles in different colors. So this is like a regular yarn needle, but then this one's like a really big one there. That's nice. Okay, anything else in here before we pull out the yarn? And then I need to go get my phone so I can see what the pattern is. I haven't looked at it yet. I've seen the email in my email account, but I haven't looked at it. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 skeins of yarn, and it's again a very fine yarn. You could have done something with thick yarn. Cotton silk. Friends, cotton silk. Is that focusing? There you go. Friends, cotton silk. And we have this peachy color. Color number 51, kind of a pretty peach, light peach, and then an off-white cream color number that it's number 3. Cream color seems to have a number 3. No, 324. Oh no. See the color there? Color 3. I was right. Off-white seems to have the number 3. And then 2 skeins of this light yellow. Kind of reminds me of the color of mayo must. If you guys know what that is, by Heinz, I think it is. They have the mayo chup, the mayo ranch, or mayo must, which is a mix of mayonnaise and mustard, so it's like this color. This is color number 21. Okay, so this is 78% cotton, 22% silk. It's a size 3 weight yarn, 50 grams or 1.75 ounces, 120 meters or 131 yards. And you use a 5mm hook or US H hook or H8. I wonder what we're making. I'm gonna go get my phone so I can look at what we're making. Look at the email. Okay, here we go. Pattern number 4. Oh. Let's see. We are making waiting for it to come up. We are making, let's see if there's a different picture here that shows it better. That's good. And open a new tab so we can see just that. We're making a little tote bag, or not a little bag, it's actually pretty big. So you can see her holding it there. That's a pretty nice size bag. A nice little market bag. What is it called? A Camilla bag. Camilla? Sorry, focus. There we go. Camilla bag. It is 29 centimeters by 32 centimeters, or 11.5 inches by 12.5 inches, and a 9-inch handle drop. Let's see. The cotton silk yarn is on sale for $3.50 right now, normally $6.20. And the whitish creamish color is called, let me get it out again here for you. This, oops, dropping stuff. Okay, this one is called Oat Milk. And this is called Pastel Yellow. Still think it should be called Mayo Must. And, oh, and then this one is called Baby Pink. So I'll make a cute little bag. That should be pretty easy to crochet up if the pattern is a normal pattern. Okay, well that looks fun. I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully I'll get that and the little kerchief made within the next couple of weeks. And maybe I'll get to the primrose, but seriously, I need to write out the pattern for that because that chart I just cannot deal with. Yeah, so I think that's it for updates and things like that. I think so. So you probably won't see a video from me for a week or so. Probably after Christmas sometime. But I want to get to working on the stash busting. I used to do a series called Scorched Earth that was started by Dana at, oh, what is her channel called? She drives a truck. Dana's, I can't even think of what it's called now. But she had started a challenge called Scorched Earth, and so it was like, you know, how much yarn can you use up in a week or in a certain time frame. So I did try to use up some yarns for that, but yeah, I need to do something like that again because I can't just have all that yarn sitting there. I need to have a purpose for it so I can not feel like I'm just hoarding yarn. I can't be a hoarder. And it's, You know, it's kind of funny, and I'm going to start rambling again here, and I apologize. But after this, I will say goodbye for the night, for the week. So there are people in my family who hoard. I mean, it's not, well, it kind of is. Piles and piles and piles and piles. It is, but it isn't. I mean, some of those people on the hoarding shows, you see them saving like every newspaper in a pile, and then all the labels from this or all the bags from that, and you know, there's piles of really quite useless stuff, really. It's not that kind of hoarding. Dropping things again. But my grandparents had multiple unusable, rusting old cars on their property. They had boxes and boxes of books in their house, or my grandma painted, and so there were paintings all over the place, like tons of paintings and lots of paints and paintbrushes. And then they lived in a house that was never completed. My grandpa would start building a house and then not complete it, so they never really had like storage places to put. I mean, they had cupboards and stuff, but it's not like they had a finished house with lots of nice cupboards where they could have a place for everything. So everything was just in piles everywhere. And it's not like it was newspapers piled up, although I take that back, because down in the basement, my grandpa did have boxes of a certain magazine, maybe National Geographic, so I don't know. So they did have some junk. My point is, my grandparents were hoarders, and my aunt has kind of taken on being a hoarder, and my mom has always fought against hoarding, and she always tried to make sure that she wasn't hoarding, like fighting against it. And I feel like I definitely, is it a gene that can be passed down to hoard, or is it just like situational mentality that you grew up with it, so you're just kind of used to it? I know for a lot of like the silent generation or boomers, they grew up really poor, especially if they lived through the Great Depression. You get this feeling of, I need the things because I might not be able to get them later. And I actually have that mindset. It's like, as soon as I have money, I want to spend it on the things, because the things will be around when the money's not. And it's a mindset that I fight against. And so that's why I want to do something with all that yarn. I don't want it just sitting there. I want to do something with it. So that's why I'm instating the January challenge of seeing how many skeins of yarn I can use. And actually this last week, making these blankets and stuff, it was so satisfying to like actually finish up some of those skeins of yarn. So hopefully I will be very happy and satisfied at the end of January and counting up those. I'll try to keep the labels of all the skeins that I use up. Some of them don't have labels, so I'll just try to keep track of what yarns I use. But I think that'll just be really satisfying, I guess, to see all the things that I make from all the yarn that I've used up. So anyway, I hope you join me for that. And if you want to also get rid of your stash of yarn, then you join me in the challenge of seeing how much yarn you can use in January. Anyway, promised it would be it after my ramble there about hoarding. So, yeah, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye.